All right, let's just dive right in. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're going to unpack literally the largest daily migration of biomass on planet Earth. And you know what's wild? Most people have never even heard of it. We are talking about Diel vertical migration. Wait, hold on. The largest migration? We're not talking about a flock of birds or a herd of wildebeests here, are we?
Oh, not even close. I want you to imagine a massive, perfectly synchronized global commute. But instead of a packed city subway with people shuffling off to the office, picture trillions, literally trillions, of tiny ocean organisms just flashing in the deep water. And they are moving straight up and straight down, every single day.
Okay, so what actually triggers trillions of animals to make this exact same massive commute day in and day out? Well, that is the perfect question. To really get it, we have to look at the absolute core of this whole phenomenon. Diel vertical migration is, fundamentally, a daily trade-off between getting food and avoiding danger. Honestly, that one sentence explains almost the entire pattern. These little guys are making a high-stakes, split-second calculation between eating and surviving. Now, what's incredibly cool is how we have to look at this environment. The ocean isn't just one big, flat bathtub. It has distinct layers, and the rules of those layers change based on one ultimate switch: light. Right, kind of like opening the curtains in your house. Exactly like that. Imagine you're in a room. During the day, you yank the curtains open, and suddenly, boom, anyone outside can see in. You are totally exposed. But at night, the curtains slam closed, and the room is instantly private and safe. The room itself didn't change at all, right? But the visibility absolutely did. In the upper ocean, sunlight throws those curtains wide open. Okay, sure. But if all the food is right there at the surface, where sunlight grows all the microscopic plants, why wouldn't these animals just stay there? Like, isn't it better to just camp out at the buffet?
See, you would totally think so. But let's use an analogy here. Picture a giant, delicious fruit tree planted right smack in the middle of a crowded, super busy market plaza.
Okay, so it's super easy to get the fruit.
Right. But you also have huge, hungry eyes watching you from literally every direction. Everyone can see you grabbing that fruit. Now compare that to a dark, quiet, totally empty back alleyway. Sure, there's absolutely no food there, but there are also no eyes. The surface of the ocean is that crowded market. It's incredibly rich in food, but the daytime turns it into this highly visible trap where, well, you easily become the food.
So the absolute crucial point to remember is that predators turn that surface space into a literal cost. Up isn't always good, and down isn't always bad. It's a lot like standing in a wide-open doorway. Oh, I get it. If you're right in the doorway, you can see everything going on outside, you can easily grab what you need, but you are incredibly exposed to anyone walking by. Now, if you step further inside the house, you're a whole lot safer from outside threats, but you are totally disconnected from the resources out there. The ocean layers work exactly like stepping in and out of that doorway to constantly balance your exposure. Ah, so these animals aren't just traveling up and down for the fun of it or getting their steps in. They are literally shifting between two completely different zones because different depths solve completely different problems.
Bingo. It is a constant shifting compromise. On one side, you've got a kitchen just totally packed with food. On the other, a safe locked room with a massive padlock on the door. You wouldn't spend your entire life in just the kitchen or just the locked room. You would move back and forth between them depending on whether you needed to eat or you needed to hide. Their needs change constantly as the day progresses.
And this brilliantly illustrates why the ocean is not a fixed map, but a really strict daily schedule. Think of a shaded park bench. At noon, when the sun is just absolutely blazing, that shady bench is the single most valuable piece of real estate in the whole park.
Right, but by 8 p.m., the sun is down, and the shade doesn't even matter anymore.
Exactly. The value of the bench changes with time, even though the bench itself literally never moved an inch. The exact same thing happens in the ocean. The usefulness of a specific depth changes dramatically as the sun moves overhead. Which brings us to the ultimate survival cheat sheet. It is a strict two-mode system. Mode 1, nighttime. Boom! Rise upward. The food is completely accessible and visibility is extremely low. It's finally safe to eat.
And mode 2, daytime.
Sink downward. The danger is so much lower down there and hiding is incredibly easy. So the simple, unbreakable rule is this: night means rise to feed, day means sink to hide. Okay, let's pull this all together into our final conceptual wrap-up and see how this builds one complete mental model. I want you to think of a mechanical balance scale. Clock on one side, ocean depth on the other. Here is the plain language formula that explains this whole ultimate compromise. Time changes visibility, and visibility changes survival.
So food pulls them upward, safety pulls them downward, and the daily rhythm of day and night decides exactly who wins that tug of war at any given hour.
So the next time you look at any animal behavior anywhere on Earth, don't just ask where they're going. Ask yourself, what problem is this movement actually solving? Because honestly, once you understand how these tiny ocean organisms calculate their daily survival, you can apply this exact same logic of shifting costs and benefits to literally any other ecosystem in nature. It completely changes how you look at the natural world, doesn't it? Well, that is a wrap for today. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. Keep questioning everything, and we'll see you next time.